Today I'm going to be reviewing this Eolzzi Smart Poker Dealer that was recently sent to me by the brand. Now it just had this little tape across the front that I just went ahead and pulled off. So this is going to come with, I assume those are going to be where it goes at. So that's where it's going to stop and deal. This is going to be rechargeable. So it comes with the cord inside, which recharges with USB-C. So that's going to be a nice feature. Also comes with the instructions for you as well. So I'm going to go ahead and look up the instructions, see exactly how this is going to be designed to work. So it's going to have a ton of different options for it. So this is going to be like you can designate the players on these little guys, and that's what player you can start with. You can turn it on. So to turn it on, you're just going to push the power button right here. And it's going to show you starting at player 4. You're going to, or how many players. You're going to do the number of cards. You can adjust it up and down. I don't actually have cards in it, so it's trying to adjust that. And it's trying to rotate is what it's trying to do, which I'll show you that here in a minute. So play is going to rotate that. You're going to rotate side to side. I'm going to push home. And you can adjust all those things. So you can do custom. You can do a specific game type. So you can do crazy eights, blackjack, bridge, Texas Hold'em, Uno, Rummy. So we're going to go on to custom. And it's trying to get me to play. Okay, so it's got max 6 players. Okay, so it's just adjusting, right? So I can do cards. It obviously doesn't have any cards in it, which I will put in here in a minute. But it's just going to work its way through. So card counting, you're going to hold the minus to start counting or set player to 0 and press play to start counting. Single card draw, usage instructions. So it's going to show you how to do that. And then gameplay settings. So I can set specific ones on there. So it's going to then deal based on those. So let me go and get some cards out, set this up, and then we'll see how it works. I'm going to try and shuffle this with 2 decks of cards. So the shuffle is going to be this little middle pause button is what it said. And it already jammed up, as you can kind of see right there in the back. So it was trying to shuffle them at the same time. I'm going to continue. Now these are older cards, and it did handle it pretty decently in regards to shuffling it. Now, obviously, if I wanted to shuffle it more than once, I could pop all of that out of there. It just has kind of like a little metal thing that keeps it from falling out, and then I could shuffle again. So it shuffled the next time. I did have some hanging over the top, not the end of the world on that. But then those just kind of go right into there. Pop those in. All right. So now that is ready to roll. Now I can adjust the number of players by changing the mode and those sorts of things. So card per player setting you can change. So you're going to press this arrow to navigate through each setting. So that's going to be, I believe, this one. I hope it's going to be this one right here. Okay. So I'm going to try and go to the different settings. Let's push that up. So you can kind of see how it's going to function, right? Looks like it's stuck. Again, these are older cards, so maybe that's what it's struggling with. I'm not really sure. Looks like, yeah, because I've got 2 cards for 1, 3 cards, and it just kind of got stuck, right? So it was going through and just got stuck. I'm going to push play again. There it goes. So you can set the number of cards per person, number of players. You can do up to maximum of 6. And again, it got stuck. So I'm just going to push it again. So older cards are not going to work the best, it does appear. There we go. So you can see now, if it just kind of gets stuck and won't play, you just have to kind of push it down, and then it's going to continue going around. And I'm not sure how many cards I have it set at, because it's now up to 9. Oh, it's apparently dealing the entire deck. All right, cool. So you can kind of see how it functions. Obviously, you have to go through the settings and set exactly what you want. For whatever reason, obviously somewhere in the settings, I set that I wanted all of the cards to be dealt. So it's going to be the game that I chose, I'm guessing. So it's going to require like dealing all of the cards that it had in there. And so it's dealing them all out. So maybe like if you're playing hearts or something like that. Now it does get stuck again. You're just going to kind of like tap down on those cards because it's just not making a good thing. And then now it is done, showing that it is done dealing. Now it did start with those. You can push pause again to do that. So definitely is kind of cool that it deals out. It does do a maximum of 6 players. You can set the card type. You can do custom as well for a number of cards, those sorts of things. But it spins around and deals them out. Also shuffles them up. Now, if you do have older cards, now again, these have a good amount of play in them. So you can kind of see they're kind of bent and you know, they're pretty old and worn. It's not going to handle those as easily as it will brand new cards. But overall, definitely a cool little card shuffler and also dealer.